Hi everyone. Today I'm going to show you how to do some more robust reporting out of Marketo and the purposes of why you might need to use a default program in order to store those reports so that you can find them quickly. So you can see my screen right here. I have a folder called Global Reporting that I just created, and I am going to want to create a new report. And today's report that we're going to do is I want to look at all emails that we sent over the last 6 months. And I want to see how our deliverability was, how our open rates were, and everything. So in order to do that, we can do one of two things. We can create an email performance report or a smart list, just like we talked about in a previous video. But in order to do either one of those, we actually have to have a program that the reports or the smart list can sit in. If we don't want to do that, we can actually go into the lead database and create a smart list there, or we can go into the analytics and create an email performance report for the last 6 months. So if I have enough time, I'm going to hurry and show you both. So if I go to the analytics, and you have a folder system in here, they're very similar to like programs, just like we have in marketing activities. In this case, I'm going to do an email performance report. Nice thing about this reporting tool in Marketo is, let's say for instance you have executive leadership that wants to see this every so often, or you have specific team members that need to see it. You can set up what's called a subscription for them, and you can send those reports out on a cadence. I have here built a weekly email link performance and a weekly email performance. Now, a link performance is very different than an email performance. It will show you your links, how they performed, this might take a little bit longer because we have quite a bit of data in our links. And the email performance report will be very similar to what we've seen in the past, and that's like clicks, opens, and that fun stuff. So in order to set this up, we're going to go into our setup, and we're going to do sent date between, since it's running just for this week, you can see it's running from the whole year. We don't want the whole year. We want the last 6 months, and we can also rename the report so it doesn't have to be weekly email performance or weekly email performance. We could do 6 month and so on. We can do it each quarter. So if we want to see how we're trending over quarters, we can do that. For this particular case, I'm going to do the last 6 months. It's going to go back into 2016 through today, or through this month. We're going to select all emails in the Design Studio. You can create both. Now I know just for our particular cases, we don't create a lot of emails in the Design Studio, just because we don't need to. We like to tie them to programs. So I'm just going to select the marketing activities emails, and we are going to just do all. Okay. So rather than going in here and selecting each, I'm just going to do default. We're going to apply that. We've already selected our criteria as the last 6 months, so we actually don't really need to put anything in the smart list. But we could, if we didn't put anything in the 6 months and we left it blank, we could go into the smart list and say if they had opened an email in the last 6 months. But that will not show you everything that I think we want to see in this. If you want to rename the actual report, come in here and we go 6 month email performance. Go back into the report. This might take a few minutes to run. because it's so much data, it's going to take a little bit, but I'm going to keep that running like that. And let's actually clone this report just so you guys can see some quick wins, because this will take quite a few minutes. And I don't want to keep everybody on the video. We're going to hurry and do 30-day email performance. You can see here I want to clone it to my private folder, or I can clone it to the group or marketing activities. I like to select my reports. That keeps it in the same reporting system, folder system. And I'm going to hurry and come back in here really quick and just change this to the last 30 days and save that. That should run a lot faster than the 6 month. Still take maybe a minute or two. Just going to kind of hold and pause. As we're doing that, so remember that you can also do this within your default programs or within a normal program in marketing activities. You can create a new asset, tie it to a folder and the program, and then run it the exact same way, a new email performance report. You can also run a smart list in the lead database or within a program to reference a specific time period that you want to see, and if the email was sent. So any emails that were sent, it'll show you who it was sent to. The smart list will not show you as much information as a normal performance report, which is why there is value in having the analytics add-on in Marketo. A few other things to keep in mind is as you're doing reporting, there's a few different browsers that actually run a little bit better. You can see that I'm on a Mac, and so I'm using Safari. Safari doesn't work the greatest. Google Chrome is actually the best browser to use when you're running Marketo. It seems to run the quickest in that. But to record this video, I have to use the Safari app, so that's why I'm using it. And one reason why this is taking so long, it might not take as long for some of you other folks, is because we send a lot of emails to a lot of people. So we'll actually break out each email that we have, the name of it based off of the program. It'll show how many it was sent to, how many it was delivered to, hard bounces, and so on. But let's say, well, I don't want to see each one individually. I want to see them all summed up. So this actually will sum it up for you and give you a total. You can also export this. So I'm going to show you that really fast. It's giving me trouble, so it doesn't want to pull up for me. It's probably because I'm running this video app. Anyway, it does allow you to export, and it'll populate the data in Excel format so that you can run a macro or you can run a pivot table if that's something that your leaders want to see, or if it's something that you want to see so that you can analyze the data a little bit better. You can also actually click that little minus sign that will actually concatenate everything, or minimize everything or maximize everything. So you can see here over a 30-day period, that's how many emails and what our click-through rates are. That's how you'd run a 30-day. The 6 month would look the exact same. It would just be over a 6 month period, so there would be a lot more emails in there. That is how you run a more robust email performance report, and how you can see the history of it and compare over time. Thanks again for watching.